morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing today? So, decided to come on live on this channel this morning to answer comments that were left behind and questions that were left behind. A lot of them have to do with veterans living overseas. So let's get started. So I had a gentleman leave a comment, and I sent him the link to the video I did talking about the foreign medical program, what it is, how to sign up for it. Because he was unaware of how to use the services overseas for veterans living overseas. Okay. You want to take your time when making a decision of where you want to live. You want to make sure if you're someone in need of medication, you're able to get the medication you need or get prosthetics you may need or help that you may need. Like if you may need to get a caregiver. So whenever you're making a decision to live overseas full time, those are all things you want to check into before you just leave the US and go to a country and then realize when you get there, it's not a good fit because nothing that you need, you can acquire. All right. So let's get into some of the questions. A couple of these I've already answered. I'm going to go through them briefly and I'm going to pull up Social Security's website to show you. All right. So one of the questions I got was SSI. Can I live in a foreign country on SSI? Now, I've talked about this in a couple different videos, but I'm going to pull up Social Security's website and show you that you got 30 days that you can be outside the country on SSI. After 30 days, you're no longer eligible to receive SSI. All right. So, here we go. Go to Social Security's website. You see that right there? A recipient is not eligible for SSI if she is outside of the U.S. for a full calendar month or 30 consecutive days or longer. Now, when you look up the exceptions are you letting the government know you're leaving the country, where they will suspend your benefits until you return and reinstate them. That is not meant for you to be living in Manila, over here in Colombia, DR, Brazil, Mexico, Jamaica, wherever, if you're on SSI. That program is a need program. It wasn't meant for you to try to live in another country on $800, $700. You want to go visit for 30 days? No problem. You can do it for 30 days. Actually, you can do it for 29 days because your clock starts the day you depart, not when you actually arrive. When the day you said you departing, your airline ticket that leaves on the 29th, your day starts on the 29th. And you need to come back before that 30-day period is up. Okay? That's how that works. So if you know someone illegally living in another country on SSI and they get caught, or you out there bragging how you doing something you're not supposed to be doing, somebody gets mad at you and decides to call Social Security and let them know you overseas committing fraud. Social Security happens to call you and wants you to come in to confirm that you're in the States. You ain't got the money to return. What should you do at that point? Besides pray, you probably want to go ahead and call Social Security and let them know you're not in the country. They will swiftly cut your benefits off, and then you're going to have to figure it out from that point. But I just don't get why people love to do things illegally. So if you're asking that question, either you're probably overseas already or you're thinking about doing it. Don't. Okay? You already don't have nothing if you're on SSI. Why are you risking that trying to go somewhere you're not supposed to be? It makes no sense to me, but you're an adult. Do what you want to do. Okay. Another question that I got is regarding Social Security and an advance. I made a video, I think it was last year, right before Christmas, when somebody asked me if there's a way to get an advance on VA income. I know no way. And if someone in the comment section knows a way to get an advance on your VA income, because other than maybe going to a company that does like advances on allotments or advances on inheritance, they may do something like that with your VA income. Other than that, I am unaware of any program or any company that loans out to give you an advance for your VA income. Don't know that. But with Social Security, because this was a question where can I receive an advance on my Social Security benefits if I'm living overseas? That is an excellent question. So I actually ended up calling Social Security this morning and asking them about that. Here's the answer that I got. If you are overseas and say, I'm going to use the scenario they gave me and say you get put in a hospital, excuse me, you get put in a hospital for, let's say, 3 months. You get behind on your bills because you had to pay for your hospital stay as well as pay your rent and everything else for the last 3 months that you've been in the hospital, right? You don't have enough to do anything else. You're like totally out of money. Can you get an advance from Social Security? If you were in the States, absolutely. Overseas, no, you cannot. It doesn't work that way. If you were in the States, each state has a Social Security office that is set up specifically to handle dire needs, where they actually keep checks on hand. You can physically go into a Social Security office, physically show them your eviction notice, show them, where all your whatever's about to be turned off, you might be going, whatever notices, whatever. Take all that to that Social Security office. They verify all that information. They can physically cut you a check on advances of future Social Security money, have you set up payment arrangements every month to pay that money back, and give you a check that very same day. Overseas, you do not get that same opportunity. No, you do not. So if you're overseas living on the margins, you find yourself in a situation where you had to go into the hospital and spend all that money with the scenario I just gave. Unfortunately, there's nothing, because the embassy is not set up for people to go into the embassy and dole out checks to people because they came into a dire need situation. All right. So if that's you overseas, you got put in this situation, you're trying to get an advance on Social Security, it ain't gonna happen while you're living overseas. Now, what's up, Mr. Jones? If you're in U.S. territory, that's different. If you're in the Virgin Islands, you're in Puerto Rico, right? That's different because they have physical Social Security offices you can go into. But if you're outside of that, say you're here in Colombia and that the scenario I gave you happens, you're screwed. And the VA is not giving no advance. They're not doing it. I know no scenario where the VA will do that. So this is one of those things, man, where people, they don't really understand a lot of these things until after it happens. And I talked about this yesterday, right, with the repatriation program, where people, they don't look up anything. I'm kind of meticulous when it comes to this, guys, because if something happens, I want to know what steps do I need to take to handle whatever the situation may be versus being reactionary. I want to be proactive instead of being reactionary. I don't want it to happen, and now I'm standing there holding a bag trying to figure out how can I get it done. I try to look at worst case scenarios. Okay, if this happens, all right, I already know what I need to do. I need to go over here. I need to talk to these people. I need to get this done. There's too many times, guys, when planning to live overseas, you don't plan at all. You just go. One of the other things, right, I get asked about quite a bit from living over here for a while is, why haven't you bought a home yet? Well, you got to understand something, right? This is not my home country. A lot of people come with the thought process of the United States of America. You're not going to somewhere that is just like America. You're basically going somewhere you have no ties, because unless you're a resident or a citizen of the country, they make a new rule, and that rule may force you to leave and go somewhere else. Now you bought a property or you set up all your benefits to go here, and now you got to leave. Now you're stuck. You're stuck trying to figure out what to do with all this stuff. That's why for me, I'm very cautionary when it comes to buying property, when it comes to even buying furniture. Because like with this new president, and the new things that this president wants to propose, there might be a tax situation or a situation that comes up that is just so far beyond what I'm willing to do that right now I could just pack up my stuff and leave today. And no harm, no foul. I'm not tied to a house. I'm not tied trying to get rid of furniture and try to get rid of all this other stuff because I honestly, under the visa that I have, the only thing this visa allows me to do is just to be in the country legally. It doesn't give me any other rights. So what am I losing if I go? Nothing, just the ability to be here. So sometimes, man, I know it's hard because we're trained a certain way to believe what we know from our experiences of the States, but never rush into anything. You know, people want to leave the States and the first thing they want to do is buy a home in another country. Well, buying a home in another country when you're not even a resident or a citizen in another country is a risky proposition because you do not know what is coming, what laws may change, what rules may change, what this new president may do. Is a risky proposition. So you're better off with some kind of status in the country, then I can understand that. For example, take what Bobby D in the Philippines. Bobby D's been in the Philippines since I think 2013 or 2014. He's married. He has status in the country, right? So that's different when you have status. But if you're just coming here and you have no status, because I know people who only come every 6 months. They have a home here. And I'm like, well, why would you buy a house? Well, it was a vacation home. Okay, and now they're trying to sell it. Well, good luck trying to get your money back out of that, especially now. You know, if you look at today's current rate, it's over 4,000 to 1. You bought it 5-6 years ago, you upside down like hell. So it's like, no, dude, you be patient when you come to these countries and don't rush into a decision. Never rush into a decision. Coming over here is not like America. Most people think United States, whenever they come, I got to buy a house, I got to buy a car, I got to set up these accounts. No, take your time. Don't be in a rush because the very country you're in, you may get there and go, you know what? I don't want to be here. I want to go try this country. And you go try that country and move on. But don't rush into anything or buy the first thing you see when you come out the gate because you don't know what's going to come down the line and you don't have any status. Let's see. So I got Mr. Jones. Yes. If you're in U.S. territory, that's a different story. $6K a month. Yes, sir. Global Paper, what's up? Hello, live in Mexico. How you doing, man? It's going great for me. What's up, Juan? How you doing? How's Costa Rica? Check out Costa Rica, bro. Okay. Let's see. Buying a home is a recipe for disaster. You know, and Juan, you've been overseas for a while too. It's nothing wrong if you want to buy a home. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from buying a home. What I try to do is try to get people to not think U.S. when you leave the U.S. because everything that you do from the U.S. is not going to be the same of where you're going. You know, owning a home is a huge responsibility. And like for me, if I were to get married here, say I got a girl pregnant and I were to get married, then that's a totally different situation. I would immediately go and start looking at buying a home. But as a single male here, not having residency, not having citizenship, I just don't see it. I just don't see buying a home, and especially in this market where you're losing money like hell. Let's see. I don't see any advantages of buying property overseas unless I get married or having kids. Exactly. Otherwise, stay free in them. Global Paper. That's exactly what I'm saying, man. That's my opinion now. Everybody's not. I'm not saying my opinion is the way it should be, but for me, that just makes more sense. If Petro, the new president, comes out and says, okay, there's going to be a 20% tax on everything expats do here. You're like, what? Oh, I'm out. I can bounce. I have no ties to anything here, right? I don't own no car. I don't own no house. I own nothing. I can pack up, bounce. But if I came here, I didn't really do any research and I just bought a property. I moved all my stuff here. Well, guess what? Now I'm stuck. I gotta do what I got. I'm stuck, and I can't sell it. Not in this market. I gotta give people money in order to get rid of it. So it's like, mm-mm. Wish all veterans fathers, wish all veteran fathers a belated Father's Day. Hope you have a great day. Okay, living in Mexico, appreciate that, man. Howard, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Since I'm also a what is it, CO? Let's see, lead a gringo mindset behind. It's a hard thing to do, Juan. It's easy to say that, and trust me, it took me a while to figure that out, man. When I first started traveling, um, everything was based upon my experience in the U.S. The complaints I had when I was in a country was, man, this ain't like the U.S. And it took a while to learn. You ain't in the States. You can't compare what you do in the States in this country because this country is not the States. The laws are not the same. The rules are not the same. People look at the world completely different here than they do in the States. So it takes a while, man. It's not something that people just going to pick up like this. I wish people could, but there's no way. Let's see. Hey, bro, I appreciate all the help you do for us veterans. You definitely, hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Hey, I'm about to open it up if people want to come on and chat for a minute. Before I get off here. But I just wanted to answer those few questions, man, that are left behind with veterans and thinking about moving to another country. And you definitely want to find out, man, everything you can about where you're going. How can you protect yourself? How can you protect your assets, whatever money you're bringing? Oh, and the other question I got, putting money in a foreign bank. No. No. I would never. I don't care if I'm here for the next 30 years. I will never take my money out of my U.S. bank and put it in this bank here. No way. No way. I can't see it. I will never do it. As long as I have the ability to recoup my money from these ATM fees, I will never do it. Never. Never. I just don't see it because, for one, I don't understand the banking system the way they have it here. I don't understand it. And even though it may be similar or it may have a similar name, like BBVA, just like in Florida, there's a BBVA, they operate different. The country's rules here are different than the rules that are in America. So I don't understand it. I do have a couple of accounts. I have one with BBVA. I have one with Banco Colombia. And I was thinking of opening up another one with Banco de Bogota. And I keep like a couple $100 in each one for emergency situations, but I'm not transferring my direct deposits from anything here, not even from YouTube. No, because if something goes wrong, I don't even know enough to even go to that bank and say, hey, this was not right. If you go to YouTube and you watch any of these people who have switched their entire bank accounts to a bank here in Colombia or a bank in the DR, and there's an issue, it's not like the States. You understand your banking system in the States. Here, I don't have a clue how to even get started. Let's see. Since I'm a citizen of Mexico, I'm able to buy my house with no problem. See, that's different. Like I was saying, living in Mexico, you have ties to the country. You're a citizen, right? Or even if you were a resident, you have ties to the country. Right now, with my status, I have no ties. The only thing I can do is just live in the country legally. That's it. Really, I was thinking about opening a bank account here. Man, I personally, one, if you understand the banking system and you trust that bank, hey, I'm not gonna tell you what you shouldn't do, but me personally, I don't trust it. Because the other thing is, once that money leaves the U.S., they got nothing to do with it anymore. When you tell the U.S. Treasury, send my money to Banco de Bogota, once that money leaves the U.S. and it hits Banco de Bogota, it's now you and Banco de Bogota's problem. It's not you, U.S. and Banco de Bogota's. No. Once they do that, bro, that's it. You own your own. But I can't do it. I know what works for me. I know I can get on a plane and go down to Florida and figure out what's going on with my money in whatever bank. I can't do that here, or at least I don't know how to do that here yet. If I ever get to a point where I can figure out exactly all the different scenarios that happen to where I'm comfortable enough to go to the bank to figure it out, then yeah, I could possibly see putting some money in the bank, but I would never take my direct deposits from the States and put them in these banks. No. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read this one. No need to open a bank account in another country. Charles Schwab, no international fees. Yeah, we ran through that one, Global Paper. You got Charles Schwab, you got Capital One. They have no international fees. You get all your all of your ATM fees back. So there are banks that'll do it. HSBC, I think, is another one that does that as well. Costa Rica doesn't have any army, and neighboring Nicaragua invited Russian troops that can potentially be unsafe to U.S. citizens. Hey, let's see, bro. That's not a problem in Costa Rica. Okay. What's up? How you doing? What is this? Brandon Looney Tune fan 2000. Okay. What's going on? How you doing today? So I just wanted to bring that up, man, because I know there's a lot of veterans thinking about going overseas, living in different countries and experimenting and see if that's something they want to do. And I tell people that all the time, man. If you're going out for the first time, you're not sure where you want to go visit. Go stay a month, maybe 2 months, go in different locations and find the best location that works for you. Don't just go by what somebody else does or what somebody else likes, because it's different. You may be someone who likes the city, but you're following someone who lives out in the campo, that lives out, in the country. And when you get there, you see, this really doesn't work for me. Or you may want to be in the country and the guy that you're following may be in the city, and you don't want to do city life anymore. So it's different, man. It's different. So I would just say, man, as a word of caution to anybody that's thinking about moving right now, go visit. Go see how it is first. Live there a couple of months, then make your decision. Find a neighborhood that fits you and your style. Everybody's different. Some people want to hear noise. They want, the fruit guy to come by 9 o'clock in the morning selling fruit, or they want the band to be out there with the karaoke 8 o'clock in the morning singing to them. Some people like that. Me, hell no. I want my peace early in the morning. I'm not trying to hear all that noise. So I move in an area. I know I'm not going to have that. Some people, they want to be in a finca out in the sticks by themselves where they're not being bothered. Go try it. There's Airbnbs here that you can do, that you can go stay in a finca, or you can go stay in a tree house. Hell, they got tree houses here, dude. You can stay in if you just want to be totally in nature. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want no electricity. You want to take showers in the river. They got spots here. They got spots in all these countries just like that. You just got to find what fits you. Good evening, sir. New subscriber. Hey, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. U.S. retired vet here, also living abroad in the Philippines. What's up, man? How you doing? I saw a video and I sent it to my man, Love and Freedom and Big Moose. I'm going to show y'all this. I'm not going to show you the video. I'm going to tell you what this video is. Bro, there's some cats, because someone sent me this video and was like, can you believe these people are living like this in the Philippines? Where is it? Y'all get the opportunity, okay? Foreigners budget under 15,000 pesos per month in the Philippines. Now, bro, he actually lives on 12,000 pesos in the Philippines. That's about $221 as of right now, current rate. $221, but he in the jungle. He out in the sticks. I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no way I'm going that far to live in the sticks. Ain't happening. Blank slate, what's going on? What's up, Markel? I'm working on buying property in St. Lucia. I already have a property in Colombia. Okay. So you're gonna be a landlord? You're gonna rent out a bunch of property, blank slate? You gonna be a future landlord? You gonna have, or you just like you got it like that? You gonna bounce from one to the next, right? When you got your vacation home, you got your main home, you got your vacation home. Okay, hey, if that works for you, bro, do what you do. But I'm just being cautious with people, man, because a lot of times guys come for the first time. They come to an area, they fall in love with an area, and then the next thing you know, they get bored with it and they're ready to go. And that's the other thing too, guys, is when you're in these countries, find something to occupy your time. It's fine that you want to party. It's fine that you want to go chase or whatever. That's going to get old. You're going to want to have something else to do. You're going to have something else to spend your time doing. And that's when the fun stops. And then you hear people go, well, man, there ain't nothing to do here. There's plenty to do here. You just need to know where to go do it at. And what are you into, right? Because, what hobbies do you have? Are you like to golf? You like to go bowling? You like to fish? You like to hunt? You like to surf? You like to whatever. Find something to get into. Don't just, sleep till 4, get up, go to the club. Okay, that life's gonna get old after a while. What else you gonna fall back on? Here, you got people you can hang out with. Somebody's always throwing a party. Somebody's graduating from something, or somebody's birthday party, or somebody's celebrating whatever. Because there's a ton of holidays and stuff that happen here. What's up? How you doing? Let's see. I have to use Direct Express. Oh my God. For my VA compensation, they used to charge me here in Mexico $15 per ATM. Yeah, man. Direct Express, bro. Yeah, if you can find another bank, man, that'd be best for you to do that. I used to have to use, yeah, you used to, man. Yeah, if you on Direct Express, bro, I'm telling y'all, man, if you can find another bank, please use another bank. Let's see, retired from the United States Air Force in 2019 during retirement terminal leave. Sold my house, 2 cars, major appliances, applied for my HHG in storage, and moved to the Philippines with my dual citizenship, U.S. and Philippine wife and son. Congratulations, bro. Hey, D.I. Joe, can you explain how long it took for you to get your retirement in the Philippines? Was that a long process that you had to go through? Or is that something that you did pretty quickly? You're giving out great advice. With my particular situation, I needed to diversify in areas outside of the States. Okay. Hey, Blank Slate, can you give me your opinion on the new president? What do you think so far? Because he's only been in office now a day. He's starting to name all of his cabinet members. And if you guys can see, the US dollar right now is soaring. So they predict, and I don't know how true that's. Oh, dude. Oh, wait. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, because right now we're pretty close with the euro. And the euro is expected to keep going down. By the end of or the beginning of the following month, they should be even. And that's basically because of the war with Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine. You don't know? Yeah. Hey, I suggest you look into his platform, bro. What he talked about on election night and the plan that he has moving forward. Yeah, you want to read his platform, bro, because, changing the climate, not sending out so much oil to the U.S. and these other countries, all the mining that they were doing, they get ready to stop. That money's got to come from somewhere. It's got to come from somewhere. And the way it's looking, it's going to come from the wealthy here and the expats here. Because he wants to give free college. He wants to increase the wages of the people who are living outside the city in these barrios, which I don't have a problem with that. But the taxes are going to go up here. They're definitely going to go up here. Are there any other questions? I'm hoping D.I. Joe gives me an answer on how long it took him to get his dual citizenship in the Philippines. I can tell you guys here in Colombia, if you do not get married and you're doing it the way I'm doing it, in order to get citizenship or potentially to get citizenship, you're looking at about 11 years. You're looking at 11 years if you don't marry a Colombian, straight up. Because with the pension visa, unless you buy a property, right? And you got to buy a property at a certain amount in order to get residency. That'll cut about 5 years off. But if you're looking to get citizenship here in Colombia, you're looking at about 11 years. Because you need to have the pension visa I have now for 5 years. Then you're going to need to get the residency visa after that for 5 years. And then 1 year after you've had that, okay, you can apply for citizenship. So 11 years. If you don't marry a Colombian, or if you don't buy a property valued at a certain amount where you can cut 5 years off of that, you're looking at 11 years. That's basically how that works here. But I do plan on going this year to Panama in order to get that retirement visa in Panama. I do want to get that done. So here pretty soon, I don't know if July or August, I'm going to start that process. I need to go to the States to get it started, I think, with like the FBI background check and all that, and then go to Panama, hire an attorney, and look at getting that done. Grand Rising is it's going to get worse here in the U.S. The next Great Depression, watch out for them women who know you get benefits. Yeah, that's why I tell people, man, keep a lot of this stuff to yourself. You don't tell everybody your business. You know, what you get every month, that should be private. Unlike here, people openly tell you what they get every month. Here is not like in the States. You know, you ask somebody here, how much you make a month? They'll openly tell you. No hesitation. You know, I get a meal, 300,000 pesos, about $325 a month. And then they'll ask you, you're like, nah, I don't talk about stuff like that. You know, it's nobody's business but your own. But yeah, that kind of information, man, you want to keep to yourself. You see, I'm not a dual citizen, just my Filipino wife. I'm currently a permanent resident, 13. Oh, okay, you like Bobby D, 13A visa holder. When I applied for my visa, I was under a 1-year probationary visa until it became permanent. Okay. Yeah, so yours is like Bobby D. You still have to go, what is it, like every couple of years or every 5 years and renew it or pay a fee or something like that. Let's see, straight up, I'm in the country and they are money hungry. Hey, you got to keep that kind of stuff to yourself, man. Don't let people know what you got. When you bring a guest back to your place, put all your stuff away, hide it. You know, you got anything of value, especially somebody you don't really know, you bring them back to your place for the first time. Put your stuff away, man. Hide your stuff. I hate to hear stories of, man, I had this out and it was gone, and I know they took it. And no, you know. You got to be careful who you bringing into your home, who you sharing information with. And for God's sakes, and D.I. Joe could probably speak to this, as well as Blank Slate, expats, man. Y'all got to watch out for these expats. Some of these expats, bro, straight con men. And you'll get guilty by association. You can walk to a restaurant, there's a bunch of knuckleheads or they're making all kind of noise. They're going to associate you with them, even though you don't even know who they are. Guilt by association. That's just how it is. When I got okay, you didn't finish that. Let's see. I will be going through the retirement program in Belize. Okay. Mr. Wayne, can you explain that one? How does that process work in Belize? Is that a difficult process? Is it like Panama, pretty simple? You got to buy a property, you know, what's the situation with that one? And here's the link for anybody that wants to come on real quick. Let's see. DUI, the judge wants to know how much I made. Wow. Oh, you got a DUI. Wow, bro. Yeah, they want that info. Let's see. So many women are hitting me up right now. A lot of my friends are getting laid off. Wow. They're in Costa Rica one? They getting laid off, or is this people in the States you're talking about? Because I have a lot of people lately who have been hitting me up, man, because obviously the kids, gas prices there. I think nationwide in the States right now, gas prices are about $5, and in California it's almost $8 a gallon. So, and even here, it's going up. I mean, I put those posts out on the other channel I have, man, to let you guys know, hey, you come here, man, don't expect to be the same price, everything to be the same. No, food and all that. No, everything here is going up as well. So yeah, have your expectations, realistic expectations, wherever you're going, because inflation affects the entire world. It's not just the United States; it's the entire world. Here's the link right here, man. Somebody wants to come on real quick before I get off. I'm gonna give it about another 10 minutes here. Then I gotta go. I got an appointment to go to today. So I gotta jump in the shower and get myself together to go to my appointment. But yeah, man, hey, anytime you guys have information regarding retirement in these countries, please let other veterans know the process that you went through to get your retirement. How hard was it? Because anything you can do to help the next veteran, they can pass it on to the next people, the next veteran, and it makes it easier, man, for the process the next time someone goes through it. That's why I don't mind sharing my experience with getting my visa, to let people know, hey, this is how the process should go. I've done it twice now, versus someone who's never done it. You might get with a lawyer who's just draining your money and you don't realize it. So that's why I'm a big proponent of letting people know, when you guys have experience doing something, right, and it works great, pass it on to the next veteran, man, so they don't have to go through the hard knocks of it. Yes, there are a few knucklehead expats here in Angeles City, Philippines, outside my wife's Filipino family. I have a small circle of U.S. retired expat friends that I surround myself with. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, D.I. Joe. I don't mess with Americans. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't even hang around them. I see them. I speak. If they need help trying to find something or know what something is, I'm courteous. But, bro, I stay clear. I stay clear. Been here for almost 5 years. I stay clear. That way I keep myself out of any situation I stay clear of. You have to be at least 45 years of age, show proof of at least $2,400 a month in any retirement pension or benefits, and it has to go to a Belize bank. So wait, you got to show $2,400 a month, and the money's got to go to the bank, the $2,400, or your retirement has to go to the bank. I'm not quite clear on that part of it. Wayne, are you saying that I get the $2,400 show proof of pension or benefit, and it has to go to a Belize bank? So do you have to put $2,400 in the bank, or you got to put your retirement in the Belize bank? In the States, yeah. And the kids, gas prices are killing them. I got one that's still in college, going to Arizona State University. Yeah, man, the gas price is killing them, man. It's killing them right now. It used to be, I think they said it was like $30-something to fill up. Now it's almost $70 to fill up. So yeah, it's killing them. It's definitely killing them. And there are going to be probably a lot more family members reaching out to a lot of you guys because of that. But they got to understand where you guys are is changing as well. It's not like, the gas went up in the U.S. and it didn't go up anywhere else. It's going up everywhere. It's everything that happens now is a global market. What affects one country is going to spread out and affect all the other ones, because we're all a global market now. Let's say, after listening to you for about a year, I got my credit up, got a major credit card and emergency fund, leaving for the Philippines on July 15th. Congratulations, JX. You definitely want to have some kind of emergency card, man. I'm not saying go out and spend it, but it's nice to have than to not have. Hey, are you following Bobby D so you can get everything that you need to know, so you don't have an issue at the airport? Your vaccine card, I don't know if they're gonna require you to have the booster or any of that, but Bobby D did a whole video, man, explaining all of what you need in order to enter the country. So make sure, bro, before you take off and go to this country, you understand everything you need to enter. Don't want you to have no problems when you get there. Glad to have caught you live. Take care, sir, and keep up the great information for the U.S. Retired expat best living abroad. Hey, D.I. Joe, I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing. Blank slate. Good job, JX. All right, man. Hey, guys, I got to bounce and go to an appointment today. Going to see a podiatrist. Getting new shoe inserts. Let's see. Yep, I've been following Bobby D. Got my checklist plus the copies. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You don't want to have no issues when you go to enter these countries. Hey, what do you need? Boom, boom, boom. Everything's laid out. Okay, going on through. That's what I'm talking about, man. Be prepared. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. If anybody else has any other questions, man, I'm going to try to help you with. I don't know everything, but I'll try to help you as much as I can. Please leave your comments below. But until then, guys, again, I appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, I'm out of here. Peace.